What's going on, guys? Alright, just like I told you I was gonna get this video out, and I'm doing it right now. So this is my video on what I want to see in The Amazing Spider-Man 3. I made a list of 10 things that I want to see. So let's look over the list. We're gonna go from what I think is the most important that I want to see to kind of just I want to see it, but it's not gonna be the end of the world if we don't see it. So number one, I'm gonna go with, I want a better Rhino, way better than what we saw in The Amazing Spider-Man 2. As y'all saw in my video, the Rhino was probably one of my biggest things that I did not like about the movie. So yeah, I really want to see a better Rhino. Maybe change up the suit a little bit, not make it as big and clunky as it is, because I don't see how in the Sinister Six how that big old clunky Rhino is gonna be able to kind of interact and work together with the other members of the Sinister Six. Oh, by the way, for those of y'all that are watching and have not seen The Amazing Spider-Man, this is going to be very spoiler heavy. So, be prepared for that. So if you haven't seen it and you don't want to be spoiled, don't watch this video. But if you have, great. Or if you don't mind being spoiled, that's great too. So, yeah, so better Rhino. I really want to see a less clunky and less heavy Rhino as he was. Like, he was just really slow and just, I can't see that working in a movie for a full movie. And I'm guessing that in the full movie of Amazing Spider-Man 3, it's going to be probably about 3 villains. I don't think the full Sinister Six is going to come together, but I don't think that, but I think that they're going to play a part. That every villain might play a part, or you might see them, or you might mention them, but you're not going to see them. But I think Rhino could play a big part in Amazing Spider-Man 3. And I can't watch that clunky Rhino for the full movie. Maybe show that end scene of Amazing Spider-Man 2, show that fight in the beginning, and then maybe after Spider-Man destroys it, I hope he destroys the whole thing. So then that means that Harry and Oscorp have to go back and rebuild it and make it better. That's what I want to see. Okay, now another one I want to see is good Harry and Peter scenes. Now you gotta understand that after the end of Amazing Spider-Man 2, you're not gonna get Harry and Peter as friends, but I want to see Harry and Peter interact after the fact that he just killed Gwen Stacy. I want to see that emotion. I think the emotion of those scenes could be great. And I'm not talking about Harry. I mean Harry as Green Goblin. I want to see Harry because at the end, he can't control it, but he's a lot calmer. So I really want to see Harry and Peter. Maybe Peter go to Ravencroft, talk to him, try and pick his brain, find out what happened or what's going on. So I really want to see that because I just think the chemistry between Dane DeHaan and Peter Parker is great, and that was one of my positives that I really want to see more of touched upon. So there's that. Also, staying in that area, I want to see more Peter and Aunt May scenes because oh man, they're so powerful and so great together. So Sally Fields and Andrew Garfield really can just build on each other, and I really like that. And I think Sally Field brings out the best in Andrew Garfield as a more serious actor, because all of her scenes with Aunt May have been serious scenes. I mean, apart from a few, but most of them have been very serious. And I think that can make him grow as an actor and just build these movies to a higher level of movies. Because personally, I believe that it's only a matter of time before you get a really really good superhero movie that can bring an actor into maybe Oscar consideration based on their performance. But you have to be able to knock it out of the park. And I think Andrew Garfield has that kind of talent where even if he doesn't win an Oscar for one of these movies, because I doubt it, because Amazing Spider-Man doesn't get the biggest praise for their movies, but Andrew Garfield, I believe, is still can be an Oscar candidate in another movie, and maybe working with Sally Fields could help him build to that. So I really want to see more of those. I personally want to know, because I'm one of the few that believe that Electro did not die. I don't think Electro's dead. I think he can come back for another movie. They kind of kept that open to me. So I want to know, are they going to continue with something with him? Maybe a redeeming quality? Or I don't know. Because I believe that, Electro can be redeemed. He can he can get on that path of redemption and kind of like show that he's not all bad. He kind of just got misdirected. So I want to see that. That's what. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 4. So let me go to another one. Now me, I personally don't want to see, for number 5, I don't want to see MJ yet. I don't want to see her yet. I think it's too early. If they're gonna go straight from that, I think it was at 6 months at the end of the movie that Gwen had died and Spider-Man was gone. But I don't want to see. I know that's still like that's a lot of time, but I don't want to see her come into the picture yet because I still believe that Peter should be. I believe Peter should really still be mourning, because you gotta understand that the way that they really put their relationship and the way it was in the comics, that was his love of his life, Gwen Stacy. And like losing her really helped. Like it stops him from getting close to anybody. Even in the comic books, it took him a long time to actually like really trust MJ and really like start loving her. And even when he's with her, he's mentioned multiple times in the comics that he's still in love with Gwen, and that he knows that Gwen would still be happy because he's happy. And personally, I don't want to see MJ yet because I feel like it'd be rushed, and the reason why they took Shailene Woodley's scenes out of the movie was because they wanted to focus on Gwen and Peter's relationship. So I think maybe have her make a cameo, maybe introduce the actress who's gonna play her, but don't make her a central part in the movie. Don't make her the love interest. I don't want to see a love interest in this movie personally. Or if they do, I would rather see them go the Felicia Hardy way and not the MJ way, because we've seen MJ so many times. And if they can't get Shailene Woodley, I don't want to see MJ because I really got used to the idea of Shailene Woodley becoming MJ and being MJ. I see her as MJ now, even though she's not even like in the movies yet. And if they can't get Shailene Woodley, don't rush finding another actress for her, for MJ. You have Felicia Hardy there. You can make her a love interest. She's always been a love interest in the. She's always been a love interest in the comic books, but only as Black Cat and Spider-Man. But I think you can make that. If you introduce Black Cat, you can do that. Which brings me to my next thing I want to see, number 6. I want to see some Felicia and Hardy and Peter interactions. I really think that they could do well. I've never really seen Felicity Jones do any acting, but I would like to see it. It'd be different. It'd be something we haven't seen in a Spider-Man movie yet, and then maybe introduce her as like, I don't know, maybe like Black Cat going around. I don't know, maybe she's talking about because she is like still running Oscorp, not running Oscorp, but has a hand in it, and I really want to see like what she can do with that. Maybe like she calls Peter, she calls Peter and like says like, oh, we know what he took to go crazy and to kill Gwen Stacy. She doesn't know he's Spider-Man, so all she knows is that he has a connection to Gwen Stacy, and then something happened. So maybe like he can go up there and you can see like a little flirting, but not like that flirting that kind of like makes it seem like he's not mourning. You still want to see that he's mourning, but you want to see like a little, like maybe a little chemistry. If there's chemistry, go for it. If not, then you can always bring in MJ. But I also want to see some Black Cat. I didn't put that on my list, but I want to see some Black Cat because that'd be different. What else? Okay, we got 4 more. Now, here's one that I'm probably not going to happen, but I would love to see it. I really want to see J.K. Simmons come back as J. Jonah Jameson. I think that you can bring in the same actor, even though it's a reboot, and bring in the same actor because he was so perfect as J. Jonah Jameson in the other movies. I think that if you bring him back, you won't mind it. No one will mind it because he was that character. He became that character. And I really want to see him come back as J. Jonah Jameson. I think it'd just be great. It'd be a nice nod to the original trilogy. And I don't think anyone would mind it. I wouldn't mind it. Let me know if y'all would mind it. Here's another one. Definitely more Green Goblin. I don't want to see Harry. I want to see Harry and Ravencroft probably like in the beginning. But eventually he has to get out. I want to see Green Goblin really toy with Peter's mind. Really mess around like with his loved ones. And whereas like, I don't know, maybe you have to introduce some other people because really the only connections he had with was Aunt May and Gwen Stacy, and we saw the Aunt May damsel in distress thing all the time in the original Spider-Man trilogy. So I don't want, and I don't personally, I don't want to see Sally Fields as always the person getting in trouble and being in the way. You know, I think Sally Fields is a more like powerful actress, where I don't think that you can do that to her. So I would like to see maybe introduce Eddie Brock, or bring Flash back in. Maybe him and maybe Flash gets back in touch with him after Gwen dies, you know, and they become friends. Helps him out in that, because Flash, you saw a little glimpse of like goodness in Flash, and it's always been the same. It's always been like that, you know. There's always been a little goodness in Flash. So I think you could bring him back. I like the actor that played him, so bring him back. Maybe find some way. If you do Eddie Brock, you can always, you know, he's in trouble. Peter helps him. You know, they're friends, and they were friends already. And something happens with the symbiote, because you already know that they're working on the symbiote in Oscorp. So it'd be nice to see something like that happen. Okay, I got two more. Basically, like, building on that, you know, I just want to see Green Goblin really get inside. I think the Green Goblin can really get inside Peter's head, and I really want to see that. I want to see it dark. Yeah, it was like, this one was a little bit lighter, and then it got dark at times. But I really want to see this one go in a full-on dark tone, because it is after the death of Gwen Stacy. So I think it'd be nice. Okay, I'm gonna try and wrap this up, because I've probably been doing this for a while. These last two kind of connect, because at the end of the Amazing Spider-Man 2, you got the credits, and you got the little brief images of what I can assume is the Sinister Six. Now you saw the Green Goblin's glider. You saw damn it. Oh, Rhino's horn. You saw Rhino's horn. You also see the tentacles, which have been they've already been like teased. You know, you saw the tentacles in the movie. You also saw the Vulture's wings, and you see Vulture's wings in the like on the credits. Now you also see Kraven's symbol. I think it's a spear. You also see Kraven, so you already know Kraven's gonna be in the Sinister Six. Now there was another one where I couldn't really tell who it was. You saw the smoke, which kind of meant Mysterio, but then you also saw the white mask, and that to me meant Chameleon. So personally, I want to see the fact that they're bringing in Kraven. I'd rather see a Chameleon and maybe make Mysterio like a different villain later on. But like, I want to see Kraven and Chameleon. I want to hear them teased, because the fact that those two were kind of just thrown out there and they haven't been teased at all. I really want to see what they have planned for that. You can't show those pictures and then not kind of explain what's going on. Yeah, we understand that there's a Sinister Six movie, but you just throw those two characters in there and you don't have any connection, whereas the whole thing with the Sinister Six is it's a connection. It's all with Oscorp. So you know, I just want to see that. I want to hear them connected. I want to see Doc Ock and Vulture finally cast. At least hear them, you know, see their cast and just their names, you know, Otto Octavius and Vulture, you know. I just want to hear that. So anyways, that was my thoughts on what I want to see in Amazing Spider-Man 3. I hope that y'all liked it. I want to hear what y'all want to see in the Amazing Spider-Man 3. What are your 10 things? Or did you agree with mine? Did you not agree with mine? Were some of mine, you know, kind of not important? Or I want to hear your most important things. So just like this video, comment, subscribe. Let's have a conversation in the comments, see what we can talk about. So appreciate y'all coming to check out this video, and I'll see y'all later.